It's gamer time. I need my headphones so I can look awesome. I look dumb. Hey guys, AreuMadLoL here, and I want to talk about this, well, forum post right here by Orange Marshall. For the first time in a while, Hypixel is actually kicking up anti-cheat as a priority. Now, this is massive news for people, and it's something you might be familiar with. Now, if Hypixel is really going to be, bumping up their anti-cheat and getting more cheaters banned aggressively, this means a lot of things. Let's go to Twitter for a second here. I want to bring you back to a tweet that I saw KZ tweet a while ago about randomizers UHCs. After KZ said this about why do randomizer UHCs get more popular than actual entertaining ones, blah. Here are some replies that I've noticed that highlights one main problem. Rather that than get b-hopped by 4 different people. Well, they can't exactly play Hypixel ones because they're filled with hackers. I mean, mate, nobody wants to play a Hypixel UC custom crafts anymore with 8 b-hoppers a game. To be honest, I find randomizer UCs entertaining, but I wish Hypixel would solve the hacker problem. At least in randomizer UC, you can't get hoppers, aka b-hoppers. Everyone's complaining about hackers now. It's gotten to a point where it's terrible. Alright, so you guys see me make my main point here. Basically, there's a lot of hackers, and we're gonna go ahead and go over this thread today just because I want to talk to you guys about it. Hello all, today we bring excellent news as we are just getting started in 2020. We have decided to take a more aggressive approach to combat cheaters, and we are doing massive investments towards anti-cheat tools and moderation. In fact, we already opened 3 full-time anti-cheat developer positions, which you guys should go check out if you're interested in that. The replay system. Now, if you guys don't know what the replay system is, if you guys remember Call of Duty, you get like the final kill cam. That's what that basically is, except like the whole game. Basically, you turn this mod on, and as soon as you hop on a server or really anything and you click record, it records your entire activity on that server or world. And people actually used this to report hackers a long time ago, but some people didn't like it because it wasn't reliable. Well, now Hypixel is actually implementing this, apparently. At first, the tool will be used by the staff as a moderation tool, but eventually we want to have the replay system in the hands of players as well for their own enjoyment, and it's also a great way to make YouTube highlights. No modded clients needed. All of this is server-side and supported by us. So we have a little video right here. Let's take a look. So, evidence of replay showcase. So let's say you're playing some Ranked Skywars, and if you guys don't know what Ranked Skywars is, it's Skywars, but insanely, there's a lot of hackers. At game modes, it's literally filled with hackers. There's barely anyone legit in it. And basically, if this were to happen, if we could actually get replay mod like this, let's just take a look. All right, so he clicks on replay, loading replay, and then here we go. We have a game of solo Skywars. You got some buttons on the bottom, and here we go. Now, obviously, this still isn't like a way to combat like cheaters like this, like instantaneously. Like, like cheats that are like super obvious, like flying, building up like that guy did, anti-KB. It looks like we still have to rely on Watchdog for this, but at least now there's, a better way to actually show proof to staff that, yes, this guy's indefinitely cheating. This is really interesting because, like I said, while it's not, instantly picking up the cheats, it's still a human player reporting this to another staff, and that staff banning them. The replay system runs in the background of games and records relevant information to be able to recreate and view the game at a later time. For example, when players move, what items they drop, block changes in the world, and much more. We are then able to recreate the game and what happened during it, similar to a video player. We're able to pause it, jump in time, and change the speed. Now that's really interesting. So that means there's like, how many players are playing on Hypixel right now? Let's go check. 45,000 players. So out of all those players playing, they're always going to be recording their movements depending on the game they're in. Our first priority, and therefore the first step, is to make it a moderation tool. When a player is suspected of cheating, moderators will be able to view their previous games rather than follow them from game to game. Waiting to collect proof for the cheats, the moderator can watch recent replay of their games. If any evidence is found in those replays, the player is punished, and the replay is linked to the punishment as evidence. This also allows a single staff member to punish multiple cheaters in the same game more easily. In the future, we plan to support many games as possible. Okay, so this is where it gets a little more tricky. So it doesn't support all the games right now, just a couple of them as showcases, Skywars or Quakecraft. Though I don't think Quakecraft is going to be really efficient here. Our long-term goal is to bring this feature to MVP++ players and allow them to watch the recent games on servers for their enjoyment. This will allow us to fund their development costs for more anti-cheat related. That's interesting. So let's say MVP plus, VIP player, they get hacked on, they can't, can they not report the stat? Or maybe any player can report it, and just only MVP plus plus and up can use the replay mod for themselves. That's interesting. So far, we've been working to start supporting several games, as well as having this tool being used for tournament moderation. The system supports enough features such as player movements, yeah, blah blah blah, to be used as evidence. We also have a system that allows the team to view these replay back via a replay lobby with various controls and features. So the hurdles right now is it needs to run in the background mini games while affecting the performance of the server. It needs to minimize the network traffic to reduce the impact on others, so lag. The stored replays should be as small as possible, so more storage, more ways, you know, more chances to ban a hacker. Highly flexible in terms of what we want to record a game and how we store it. It needs to be easy to implement new features for recording a game. It needs to be able to play older replays, even though old replays are incompatible with the recent code changes. Should be able to take account map. It should be able to take account map changes, so the replay takes place in the same version of the map as the original game. It seems to be efficient to handle very long games. Games are large worlds and many players, so it needs to be efficient enough. Okay. It needs manual work to implement specific features of individual games. I'm really happy they're combating a lot of cheaters now this way, but this also raises some questions. So like, are we gonna have staff dedicated to this whole replay thing? Is it gonna be just normal staff, moderators, helpers? How's that gonna go? Because let's take two games, for example, Hypixel UC and Ranked Skywars. Now let's say in Ranked Skywars there's 2 hackers in one game, and then Hypixel UC there's like 1 hopper in that game. Here's the thing, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, Ranked Skywars is not very prioritized for staff to ban cheaters in. Now, even with this, I'm still not sure. I mean, here's the thing, Ranked Skywars should be easy to ban a cheater in, you know? It's just 4 players and 1 replay mod. That still begs the question though. It's still manual moderating. And as you know, in the past, you know, Watchdog hasn't been amazing, and staff haven't always been amazing as well. I mean, they're still doing good. It's just, you know, there's a lot of parts that they miss. So even with this replay mod, are staff gonna be able to, like, are staff gonna look through it seriously? Are they gonna actually like look through everywhere, dig everything, or just go to the one player that cheated? Obviously, this could get rid of a lot of obvious cheats, like, you know, flying, anti-KB, scaffolding. It'd be really easy to just watch it back. But then again, there's 45,000 players. Almost, and this is like, I'm recording this at 12 in the morning. Let's say there's 1,000 players, right? And out of all those 1,000 players, there's 100 cheaters in one of their games. You know, like 1,000 players, 100 of them got cheaters in their game, so that's like 10%. And let's say they just get like a swarm of cheaters, like replay reports, you know, a bunch of, you know, reports to look through. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because even though this is going to be really efficient, it's going to take a lot longer. What I mean by that is, like I said, there's a lot of players on this server almost all the time. So if they get like 1,000 replay reports, are they really gonna have enough time to look through all that while constantly getting more reports? It's gonna be hard. That's what I'm thinking right now. I feel like it's gonna take a while for them to just get through a lot of them, and they're definitely gonna miss some. Like I said, there's still got to be a better way to at least improve Watchdog for this, because even though this is amazing, it's still by hand. It's still manual. We need to somehow improve. Like here's the thing. You shouldn't need, and this is just a little rant for me. You can, you know, tell me I'm wrong, whatever. But I personally feel like you shouldn't need a human, like an actual staff player, to get this guy banned right here. You shouldn't need staff to ban that guy. It should be instant, just like that. Okay, all right, you really shouldn't need an actual staff to ban that guy. So that's what I honestly feel like. It's gonna work, but it's gonna be a lot more work for the staff. I don't know, I could be completely wrong about this. It could be super easy. Maybe they just have like the clips right here, like, let's see, 45 seconds a game, so you can get probably through this a lot. It really depends on how the staff feel like this. Everyone loves it, the inaccuracy of it. But yeah, that was a big problem back then. A lot of people didn't want to use replay mod because they didn't feel like it was enough to be accurate for an actual report. So if somebody was actually playing legit, the replay mod might could have looked at like there was a chance if a legit player was trying to kill somebody, replay mods, you know, doesn't take into account for ping like the one guy said, and it could have made it look like cheats. Though I feel like this is going to be different because we're not doing client side, right? We're doing server side. And I'm pretty sure server side is going to take an account for, well, you know, ping. I wonder if it'll count towards other sorts of cheats. Like, let's say a player was boosting, right? Ranked Skywars, people can easily just boost. But let's say he was boosting, right? And somebody reported it. Will they get banned individually for cheating, aka boosting, or let's say ranked scours, we get a if you guys don't know what happens in ranked scours, most of the time is there's usually one player and a hacker, and they're usually teamed up together, and what happens is the hacker kills everybody else and makes it look like the last guy can kill him, or just, you know, logs out or something like that. That's called boosting on ranked scours. If you report the hacker, will the hacker get banned? And will the guy who was using the hacker to boost him, will he get banned as well? Obviously, we can't say until it's actually ready to be like, yeah, this is going to ban every cheater. No, it's not going to ban every cheater, but it is going to help a lot with it. So you're still going to get hopped on during games. You're still going to get cheated on. It's just for later, and I can't say anything, okay? I really can't say anything until they implement it, until we start seeing this more in action. I hope they find a way around, like, of the thousands of the reports they're going to get, and at the same time, not have to, you know, get a manual ban for obvious cheaters. No, actually get an auto ban for those. And also, yes, I realize I'm not a developer. I don't know everything inside out. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.